Dark Art Galleries this week. Through December 16. Greene Naftali, 508 West 26th Street, Manhattan, 21246377770, greenenaftaligallery.com. From a short distance, the 10 large-scale paintings in Jacqueline Humphries' latest exhibition at Greene Naftali look like near-monochromes, with passages of spontaneous graffiti and blown-up emojis printed on their surfaces. Step closer, though, and you realize that the surfaces are covered with thousands of tiny, stencil-cut characters, derived from typesetting and computer coding, laid out over grounds of somber blue, gray or a sickly industrial teal. The dot-like stencils aren't dissimilar from the pointillism of Georges Seurat or the digital tricks of contemporary painters like Oehlen and Elrod. The contrast between emojis and graffiti or other painterly marks also suggests the historical difference between the gestures of abstract expressionism and the newer, digital shorthand for human emotion. Moreover, the difference between viewing the paintings from near and afar suggests that nothing in our visual world is exactly as it seems. What Ms. Humphries reminds us of is how all marks, whether programmed or painted, are forms of cultural code, and all screens, whether canvas or liquid crystal, are places of projection, knowledge, desire and sometimes delusion. What makes painting vital in a predominantly digital age is its ability to wake us from the illusion that some surfaces are more believable and trustworthy than others. The current bug in an iPhone operating system that autocorrects Itua and the Unicode symbol is a real-life example of this phenomenon. Ms. Humphries, by comparison, uses painting to make us think about interfaces, artifice and human fallibility, and what we might be overlooking in our visual world and daily lives. Martha Schwindner through December 22. Gagosian, 980 Madison Avenue, 212744213, Gagosian.com. The Italian painter Rudolf Stengel has spent 30 years upending expectations about the vitality and viability of painting, and even at its most beautiful, his art is always flecked with intimations of both human mortality and artistic exhaustion. He has burrowed into painting's prospects by walking on panels of styrofoam in acid-dipped boots, then hanging the crunched results like canvases, painting mercilessly accurate self-portraits in grill, and retaining the smudges or dye shifts of his photographic sources, and deploying abstract motifs on carpets, as when he upholstered the floors and even the walls of the Palazzo Grassi in Venice. But in the 5 triptychs on view across 2 floors of Gagosian's uptown space, Mr. Stengel seems to have finally run out of road. Better, though familiar, are 2 suites of paintings from 2014, which deploy a brocade pattern in raised silver paint on a purple surface. The metallic ornamentation gets glippy and discolored in places, which disclose the stencil technique used. They sit precariously between not quite abstractions and not quite wallpaper. Newer, and worse, are 3 suites of oil paintings that depict sunsets in lavish technicolor, each as generically pretty as a Windows 95 screensaver. Where once Mr. Stengel used photographic sources with indexical significance, the Dolomites of his childhood home, or the dealer Paula Cooper for a show at Paula Cooper Gallery, here the original imagery is banal for its own sake. The smudges and footprints that sullied those earlier paintings are gone, and, except for some mottled passages of pink clouds, the canvases might as well have been inkjet printed. Having pushed the potential of painting so far, he has arrived now at utter blankness. Never did I think that I would visit an exhibition of this deep-thinking artist and be put in mind of Alex Israel, the light-awayed painter of Hollywood sunsets who also shows at this supergallery. Very few contemporary painters have tangled with the limits of the medium as consistently as Mr. Stengel, but this is the first time I have ever thought of him as cynical. Jason Farago through December 22. Peter Freeman, 140 Grand Street, Manhattan, 21296655154, peterfreemaninc.com. I had to ask whether the sliding steel door in Peter Freeman Gallery, which dates to Soho's warehouse days and has 9 irregular weights hanging from its mechanism by wire, was part of Richard Wentworth's new show, Now and Then. The 18 works that are his include cartellage, A steel pipe draped in rings of razor wire and mounted 10 feet up, a small bundle of electronic garbage placed on top of an immaculate chair in glass vitrine, pairs of bricks, blocks and lintels, and 4 careful lines of broken bottles sitting on brackets under the ceiling. I should have known without asking, though, that the door didn't belong. It's designed to open and shut, while Mr. Wentworth's variously cantilevered installations, for all their airs of fragility and impermanence, are solid. The loops of